Welcome to the Inside Bucyrus podcast. This is the first edition of a weekly podcast talking about issues that inside Bucyrus and what affects the people who live here. I'm Civitas Media Group Editor Chris Pugh. I'm here with Galion Inquirer reporter Kimberly Gasuras. How's it going today, Kim?
Good.
Great, Kim. Well, let's talk about some of the things that have been happening in Bucyrus this week. I know one of the big stories that's been inside the Galion Inquirer is the story about Trey Max Sloan. It is based in Galion, but obviously it's affecting a lot of Bucyrus workers. Kim, what can you say from what's going on over there?
Because of a state grant, the company is going to be able to hire about 90 new employees, which is good news for all of Crawford County.
Great. Now, they were talking about expansion plans. Why are they hiring 90 new employees? Are they looking to do more work there?
Yes, they're going to do some different fittings for commercial trucks. They're going to be able to add some new lines, new equipment, and make some different products from what they have been doing, through this employment grant and work that they've put in to be able to hire more people.
Excellent. Now, obviously, the news of new jobs should come as exciting to obviously the people who live here in town, but obviously, for our governmental officials, there's some excitement as well too. You've talked to some this week. Talk to me about what they're saying.
Yeah, Mayor Tom O'Leary in Galion is completely excited. He's over the moon that there's going to be new jobs coming to Galion and to Crawford County. It will help the local economy tremendously.
Excellent. In the Crawford County area, where it seems like maybe not the reality, but the perception that some jobs are going away, it's very good to get some good news the other way, saying that jobs are actually coming in town as well.
Definitely.
Excellent. One other story, and we've reported this inside Galion, as well as it affects people here in Bucyrus, is just the drugs. Drugs have been a problem, unfortunately, applied to rural communities all throughout Ohio. Obviously, Crawford County, there's been some things happening. Now, the good things is there's been a lot of stuff coming to fight that. Kim, you've talked in the paper the last couple weeks about some of the drug court appearances that have been made. Talk about that, and as well as some of the drug busts. What are local officials doing to combat this?
Well, newly elected Common Pleas Judge Sean Luthold is doing things a little differently, because I covered court for years, and even if someone was on probation when they were arrested, they usually it took months before they were actually sentenced. And now it seems to be the new wave is if you're on probation, parole, treatment in lieu, or any type of program like that, and you get rearrested on new charges, he's offering them, or maybe it's the prosecutor's office is offering them, and they're being sentenced on plea agreements within days of their arrests on the new charges. So they're not sitting in the county jail very long, and he's taking the stance that drugs will not be tolerated in Crawford County, especially people selling drugs, and he's sending them off for lengthy prison sentences.
And what does it mean for the area? Galion, there's been some busts over there. Bucyrus has been busts. And it seems like a lot of these busts have been a coordinated effort between Bucyrus, Galion, as well as the Crawford County Sheriff's Department. What has it meant to the county's efforts, as well as maybe the cooperation between the departments, to see everybody working together to get this done?
Well, I think it's great, and I think residents of the county, from what I'm seeing like on Facebook and Twitter, people are very, very excited that this is happening, because people feel it's time to clamp down on the situation and clean the drugs up out of Crawford County.
Good. Well, sad story with drugs, but it's neat to see that there's positive things coming out there. Finally, I saw we had a feature story this week in a positive way about one of the gospel singers in the area, Jim Bloomfield. And talk a little about his career. It's always neat to see somebody with that type of career coming from a local area.
Yeah, Jim's a great guy, and he actually sings country and some rock and roll too. He had the band Music City Express for many years. It was my parents' favorite band, and his latest CD is a gospel CD, and it's actually not his original songs. Like, he's done 6 or 7 other CDs, and most of those are his original music that he has written. But on this CD, it's 15 of his favorite gospel songs that he is singing on the CD, and because of that, he's been nominated for Songwriter of the Year by the Georgia Gospel Music Association, so that's exciting. And one of his songs went to number 2, I believe, the other day on Reverb Nation, so he's doing really good.
Excellent, excellent. Well, that concludes our first Inside Bucyrus podcast. Before we go, just wanted to share with you, Twitter and Facebook are very important to us. You can connect with the Galion Inquirer on Facebook at facebook.com/Galion Inquirer. Twitter is a great way of reaching out to everybody. To reach out to the paper, it's @Galion News. You could reach me personally as a group editor at Pugh, which is P-U-G-H, Civitas, C-I-V-I-T-A-S. So just do @Pugh Civitas. You can reach me there. And Kim, how can we connect with you on Twitter?
My Twitter handle is @Kimberly Gasuras, and that is Gasuras.
Okay, well, thank you for stopping by Inside Bucyrus. Kim and I will look to do a weekly podcast with some events going on here. If you have any questions or topics you want to address, either in the paper or on the podcast, feel free to tweet us. You can always reach me as well on email at cpug, as in good H, @civitasmedia.com. We'll look forward to seeing you next week. Big thanks out to the Little Athens Greek restaurant here in Bucyrus for hosting this week. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.